Yeah, no one's watching this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wolf1911 here, and today I have a very special video. See, I have 78 platinum trophies, so I took them all here, put them all together, and I'm gonna rank all of my platinums. So I don't necessarily know what the criteria is gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna rank it by. It's gonna be a balance. It's gonna be a mix of how good the game is, like how much I like it, how good I think the game is, mixed with how good, like how enjoyable the platinum was. You know, it's gonna be a little combination, like weighed accordingly. But I'm really interested to see this. It's so cool just seeing like all of the platinums I got just right in front of me. So I'm just gonna kind of go through this, and very simple like tier list system. Obviously S being like it was an S tier platinum experience and an S tier game, like, you know, it's like the combined weight of it all. And this is kind of just in like a random order. It's not necessarily the order that I got the platinums in, but maybe I'll just like kind of move around. But anyways, without further ado, we'll go first game, you know, close my eyes. Okay. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Now, this was a fun one. Oh my god, I realized this video is going to be like a million years long if it's a whole 78. So I'll try to be a little bit brief. So Last of Us Part 2 was quite cool. Actually, no, I gotta flex these like as I'm doing it. So if you go here to my my trophy list here. Now, the big flex about The Last of Us Part 2 was I got all of the trophies. So a lot of times when I get the platinum, you know, like I'm not necessarily a guy like, I was gonna say I'm not a guy that goes for platinums, but if I have 78 platinums, obviously there's some sort of reason to go for it. But it's more of like I enjoyed the game so much, so let me just look for more stuff to do. Let me have like some sort of like just a way to solidify like I really like this game and I want to experience like as much of it as possible. And I really took that to the next level with Last of Us. Grounded, the no return, that was crazy. I'll admit, bro, the grounded one, I did the thing where you're invisible when you're laying on the ground. It is what it is, bro. Like, you know, like I'm not about to do a whole one-shot play through the entire game, bro. It is what it is. But anyways, oh my gosh, I was really like, this is gonna take forever. All right, okay, so Last of Us Part 2. Obviously, the story's phenomenal. But I'm just judging the beginning of the platinum here. I guess I'll include trophies, platinum, but mainly the platinum. Okay, so anyways, Last of Us Part 2. Like, I might have to put it S. The story is obviously peak. You guys know about The Last of Us. The story is obviously peak. The platinum wasn't that bad. I actually had a friend that recently got the platinum. Shout out to him. Not that bad at all. Obviously the other trophies were more challenging, but all in all, it was a really fun experience. I absolutely loved doing a run. Like, obviously I played the game normally the first time just to experience the story, but then I did a run with like all the extras on, and like, so I had like unlimited ammo, unlimited resources, and just did like a crazy full combat run. It was so sick because, like, dude, the combat in that game is so visceral. Like, it's so like intense, and you can do all these cool action shots. And obviously, because you don't have to worry about missing shots or anything, you can just play like super crazy. So I mean, all in all, like I would do it again, bro. I love that game. That's the first S tier on the list. All right. And I think actually, I did also get. Oh, sorry, I gotta go back here for a sec. There we go. I obviously, so yeah, first S tier platinum here. I did do the platinum on PS4 as well. That's gonna be a common thing in this video. I often re-platinum games on the PS5 version just because I enjoyed them so much. But I wonder if I can just find here it is. Okay. So, I mean, the remaster is basically the same thing. So I just gotta put them both. It was basically the same experience. You know what I mean? Like, obviously the whole no return, all that school stuff was like more exciting. So I'll try to organize it in like I'll do tiers, but then I'll also have like this one behind the other one. You know what I mean? Like rank them within the tiers. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, so there we go. Last of Us Part 1 or Last of Us Part 2 on PS5 and PS4. Oh my god, 5 minutes recording. I've only done one game. All right, let me I'll pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, second game. Batman Arkham Knight. Now, Batman Arkham Knight was a fun one. That game has insane combat. And when you get really deep into it, you can do some like absolutely crazy things. Like, so if I go here, where is it? It's basically just like a big flex too. Where's Arkham Knight? It take me forever to find this. Okay, here it is. I did all of the DLCs, everything, every single one, and I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them you have to get like a million score or something, and you just basically can't get hit. So I had to do like a full flawless run of the combat. insane, absolutely insane. I love Arkham Knight. Going back to the list here, that all being said, it has a very fun platinum. You get a different ending with the platinum. It's super exciting. The whole nightfall sequence and everything, it's really, really cool. So I mean, that being said, that's an S tier, bro. Throw it up in the S tier. Where is it at? Batman, Arkham Knight, easy S tier. Do I put it above these games? Probably. Just because that platinum was so good. Like, obviously you have like the Riddler trophies and everything, but the platinum is so like built into the game that it's really fun, and it unlocks new ending and everything. Everything's like tracked, all the different crimes and everything. Very, very good. So am I on the right? Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, Arkham Knight goes number 1. Next game, Lego Marvel Superheroes. Oh my. Okay, so obviously I have a good amount of Lego games. I'm a big Lego fan guy, big Lego guy, game fan, you know. But I love the Lego games. I love completing them. They were actually like the first games I ever 100%ed in my entire life. Like, it was the original Lego Star Wars, and then the one that came with the prequels, and then the complete saga, all 100%ed on the GameCube. So I guess if I think about it, if I really had every single like 100% platinum ever, I'd have well over 100 platinums easily, because I was platinuming games, or like platinuming, like doing all the achievements on games on like Xbox and everything. Like, I did like AC2, Black Flag, bunch of different ones. But yeah, so yeah, Lego Marvel Superheroes, obviously this was ages ago. And not obviously, I still play Lego games to this day, but it was a while ago, so I don't remember the details. But they're fun. You collect stuff, you get all the different characters and everything. It's nothing too crazy. Obviously the story's just fun, so I'll probably put it like maybe C. Again, because I platinum these games, obviously I like all of these games. Like, none of these games are bad games. So if it's like a D tier, that just means it's like not as exciting as the other ones. Doesn't mean it's bad or anything. So I'm like, oh, this is like a trash platinum. They're all fun, bro. They're all fun to do a little like checklist, do a little platinum grind. They're all cool. So that being said, sorry, I just keep checking this. I do not want to like not record this. That being said, we'll put it in the C tier. Next one. Hitman 3. Get it going, bro. Fire it up. Where is it at? Let me show the flex at. Where is it? Hitman 3 is so much fun because obviously it's 3 games in one. And I 100%ed every single map on Hitman 3. It was so sick. I did every single challenge on every single map, which is just get a job. You know what I mean? Like, just way too much time on your hands. I wonder if I can. Surely I find it eventually. Where did I? Oh, here it is. Okay. So yeah, I did all the expansion stuff, but the real thing is like I did actually 100%. I don't know if those are trophies. Yeah, I did every single challenge on every single map, which is just absurd. I put so much time to Hitman 3. Super fun game, super fun challenges. However, it took a long time, bro. You know, like the challenges were cool, but there's a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges. Obviously a fun story, fun game. That being said, I'll probably put it like B tier. Just because it is like a lot of challenges were kind of scuffed, where it was like monowire guy, then shoot, then push off a cliff, then accident. Like, it was like you have to do like the same thing so many times on so many different maps. Now, I'm not sure if that's all included in, you know, on the platinum it's basically only Hitman 3. So that's not bad. I'll still put a B tier because, you know, it's still like it's a lot of stuff to it, but the actual platinum itself is not too bad. I guess I'm just more thinking of like all the extra stuff you can do. So we'll put it at B tier. Next one. Diablo 4. Diablo 4 was really fun. Shout out to my friend, he put me on that game. It was one of the free PlayStation monthly games, and that was a good time. I mean, it was a little bit of a grind to get like Paragon 2 or whatever, Paragon 5. One of the it's like a crazy high like leveling thing you have to do like within the season. But it was fun. I'd not played like a top down game like that in a while. The story was cool, especially in the end where I actually like really got into it. It's got some fun lore and everything. And then I got to make a hardcore character for one of the trophies, which was super fun. That was cool to go through. So you do have to like get a lot of stuff on the map. You have to go collect, like get all the fast travels, get like, and that grind is kind of a lot. So being said, I'll put a B tier. I'll put a B tier with right beside Hitman, because it both great, but like have like a little grindy. Okay, next one. Death's Door. Okay, super fun like little indie game. Fun trophy. It's not like a Metroidvania, but it's like there's lots of areas to explore, lots of little things to find. It's very cute, very charming, and obviously it's not too big. So that was a fun game too. Fun little combat. I'm not like crazy about the game. Like I thought the game was great, but it's not like insane. So that being said, as well too, I'm adding stuff to my criteria here. Right, like I'm factoring in a little bit how much of a flex it is to have the platinum. All right, like it's kind of like, oh wow, this guy's got the plat. It's kind of cool, you know. Like I like having to earn it. You know, I don't want to play some like little like cookie clicking game where I get the platinum in 10 seconds. You know, I don't want that. So that being said, it wasn't the hardest thing in the world. It's okay. I'll put it. I'm feeling B tier. I'm actually feeling B tier again. All right, next game. Jedi Fallen Order. That was fun. Kind of like inspired Souls like combat a little bit with the whole pairing and like all the different boss fights and everything. You did have to collect stuff, and that map was pretty scuffed in the first game because you couldn't fast travel. So like, bro, if you've played it, bro, you know Dathomir, bro. Need I say more, bro? Good luck on Dathomir. Good luck on Dathomir, bro. That place is an absolute maze. And Zepho, bro, like I think I've seen memes before where it's like me playing Zepho and it's just like, I don't know, you spend like 30 hours in Zepho, bro. like Zepho is peak lost. As well too, a lot of the stuff you get is just like lightsaber parts, which are kind of scuffed. So that's kind of a scuffed collectible, because you kind of like, you don't even really look at your lightsaber. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but not the craziest thing in the world. Game's super fun though. Game is super fun. So I think I'll put it C tier above Marvel Superheroes, because a little bit of I mean, the trophy's not bad, but again too, I could do this tier list tomorrow and maybe things are all shifted around a little bit. You know, obviously it's kind of like on the spot how I'm thinking of it and everything. So we'll go C tier. I like. Maybe I'll rearrange things after. We'll see. We'll go C tier. All right, next game. AC Valhalla. Now, AC Valhalla is a cooked platinum. You have to do everything. You literally have to do everything. Oh, sorry. You have to do everything for the Valhalla platinum. Sorry, a little like I want to make sure I'm recording. Dude, I had to take a break from the AC Valhalla, the AC Valhalla platinum, because there's just too much stuff to do. Excuse me. There's just you have to get so many things, and you have to do every single map, all the wealths, all the chests, all the The story's incredibly long. Now, I don't hate Valhalla. I thought it was fun. It was a cool Viking experience. But I actually I beat the game and I stopped playing for like a year, and then went back to it, got the platinum, and also got like all the side trophies, and it was fun. But I needed a break from it. That game has a lot of content. So that being said, probably will be our first D tier. Even though it's still great, still love the game. Fun game. Obviously the best Viking game probably you can play, like, off the top of my head, but really cool. So, but yeah, just too much, bro. Way too much stuff. So put it in D tier. All right, next one. Arkham Asylum. Now, Arkham Asylum's fun as well too. Has a good trophy and everything. It's I just think that one's more weirdly like more a little annoying with the Riddler trophies than the other one, because it's all like indoors. So you're just walking through different hallways and opening doors, closing doors, opening doors, and it can just be a bit much. Like it can be like the other games. Like I know that the other games have more Riddler trophies, but at least they're spread out and they're all like kind of like bigger puzzle areas. This one obviously has puzzles, but a lot of them are just like go to a random event here, go to a random event there, and it's fine though. Like It's okay. It's a little scuffed though, dude. I'll be honest. Like, obviously the story's very good. The atmosphere of that game is incredible. I guess I mean, it's C, bro, because it's like I don't mind it because it's a little smaller than the other games. You don't really get lost, but it's still a little annoying to get lost. Oh, that's another game where let me do a little flex here. Those expansion trophies, like the DLC trophies, are absurd. Like the combat challenges, you just have to get so good at the combat. And I'd played Arkham Asylum, like the Return to Arkham pack, so it's like Asylum, then Night, and then I played or Asylum City, and then I played Night, all in a row. My friends were calling me Bruce. Like I got so good at the combat, you would not believe it. You would actually not believe how good I got at the combat. I mean, is it really necessary for me to find this just to flex that I did all this stuff? It might be, bro. It might be for the record. No, just to say I did. This is like the the definitive platinum collection thus far. But yeah, okay. Oh, actually, is there some you know what, actually, maybe I just did all the challenges in game. Like, they weren't even trophy related. Like, a lot of time I'll get the platinum and then I'll just keep playing and just actually 100% the game, like do every single trophy like the game has to offer. So again, it wasn't bad. It was fine. Back to the tier list here. It was cool. I just wasn't like, I don't know why I just feel like I wasn't that crazy about it. Obviously, like at the time I was hyped about it, but like it's hard to think back on the games and just think of like, was I really vibing with it? I guess so. I guess it was fine. It's I'll put it in the C tier, bro. I'll put it in the C tier. Like, and then while we're here, I'm just gonna do City as well. City I liked more than Asylum. For sure. It was more interesting. And I'm gonna have to rearrange stuff, bro. I'm already looking at this and it's actually so scuffed. I liked it more than Asylum. Again, like the puzzles were a little more spread out, it was a little more interesting. Again, crazy combat challenges. Oh yeah, okay, that's the flex. Like as well. Catwoman pack. Where is it? All the medals on campaign. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. There's an electric floor. You cannot get hit by the electric floor. And when you attack with Catwoman, she just decides to go on the electric floor like as a part of her animation. Yeah, these trophies. That's a big flex. These trophies were tricky. So, all right, going back to the tier list though. So yeah, better than Asylum. Do I like it more than Death's Door? Probably. Because Death's Door is just kind of small. Yeah, I guess so. Dude, this tier list is already scuffed. I'm already looking at it like, I don't even, who knows what the criteria is at this point. I'm not even, oh my gosh, how many games I have. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. I won't take forever. All right, mystery game. Bioshock 2. Love Bioshock 2. You did have to do 2 playthroughs for the plot, which I remember, which is, it's okay. It's not the longest game in the world, but I remember that second playthrough being like a real speed run. Like, it was just like annoying little thing I had to do at the end. Fantastic game though, fantastic lore. It is like a little scuffed though. It was fun though. I just remember having to do a whole like extra playthrough right after, which was a little annoying. But then again, it's like, that's on me. You don't have to do an extra playthrough right away. It's not a problem. Like, it's like kind of incentivizing you to come back to the game. But I'll just try to get these on the board and then we can do some more organizing from there. I'll just kind of go off the vibe of like how I'm feeling about it. So we'll put that at C because it was fun, but it was a little I don't remember any, like, I remember the story being cool. Not as good as I preferred the other 2 Bioshock games, story wise, but it was a cool enough story. I just wasn't blown away by it. No, I loved it, but it's like, I don't have any crazy fond memories of the platinum. I don't really think it's that crazy of a flex, but okay. So moving on. Sorry. Oh, Remnant. My friend put me onto this game. I thought the game was actually mad scuffed, to be honest. I guess it is like a little older and like the graphics are pretty shot. It's not even that old, but that platinum was cool. It was actually trash because there's actually one trophy where you have to go to like, I think it was Earth or whatever, and get a certain thing to spawn in order to get basically the game has like kind of random events that spawn, and you had to get a certain one for a certain trophy, and it just wouldn't spawn sometimes, and sometimes the game would just crash when you went on this thing. So I had to like, I don't know if I had to make a new guy or whatever, but it was fine, dude. The gameplay is, I wasn't crazy about it, bro. I'll be honest. I wasn't crazy about it. I think the game's cool. Obviously, it was fun to get the platinum and everything at the time. Like, fun enough to get the platinum, but I wasn't crazy about it. All right, moving on. Okay, that one's too good. I gotta save that one. Like, AC Odyssey. Okay. Dude, I really like AC Odyssey. Even though it's like one of the RPG Assassin's Creeds, I'm Greek, so I was just a big fan of like being inside like the whole Greek mythology, Greek ethos, like the Greek world. It was very, very cool. Like meeting Socrates, I was geeked. Like it was super fun. And that's a massive game. But like, dude, I beat it twice. I beat it twice. That's how much I enjoyed it. I did all the DLCs, platinum, all the Atlantis stuff, everything. I thought the story was cool. I loved being a Spartan. It was super fun. I had like a cool like crit build going. But I mean, the fact that I did it twice and I just only think of having fun with it and like just, I can't think of any annoying trophies. Basically just doing everything. And I was just, at the time, I was just really into it. So I just really enjoyed doing everything. This game's like arguably bigger than Valhalla, but I don't know. That's why I say, like, I'm kind of going off my feelings at the time, trying to like remember back to like how I felt when I was doing these trophies. So I remember really liking it, really liking the gameplay, playing it twice and not being mad at any trophies. I did everything twice, I think. So we'll put it A. I remember really enjoying it. All right, next one. Helldivers 2. That was a fun one. Not like the typical game I play. I'm not like a big like multiplayer like shooter guy necessarily, but I played a little bit of randoms, did a lot of solo grinding. A lot of those trophies that are hard, I just got carried. Like just randomly, it was like beat a mission on hard without getting hit, and I was kind of just trying to find my way. But then I'd have like a true Helldiver like walk through and just like clear everything out, like one-shotting all like the big like Bile Titans and all that stuff. So that was a cool plot. I didn't get stuck on any trophies necessarily. I do remember like a little bit of a grind here and there. Do I? To get stuff potentially to like upgrade your ship or something. You do have to do a lot of missions too, but obviously when you first buy the game, you're like playing the game a lot, so it's not that bad. But it's cool. It was cool. Again, no like crazy like, oh, that's one of my platinums. That's a big criteria. I'm thinking of like when I talk to someone about platinums, am I going to bring this up in the conversation? Like, is this something I'm like proud of and like want to like share? So yeah, I'll put it at C. I'll put it at C for now. Next one is Deathloop. Deathloop, made by my one of my favorite studios, Arcane, for the Dishonored series. Absolutely love Dishonored. Deathloop is super fun. It was actually really fun. I thought the gameplay was cool. I remember being a little disappointed by the story, that it wasn't as open-ended as I thought. Like I really thought you could take out all the targets in any order you want, but there is kind of like a set story, a set like way, like a one way to actually like break the cycle. Which I remember being a little disappointing. But it was fun, dude. The multiplayer, where you get to invade other people, dude, for whatever reason, I felt bad. I was so insanely good at the multiplayer. I felt like I was just like, there's a bunch of nice fun like single player guys just running around, and I just came in, COD aim, just like wiping, teleport. Dude, I was blitzing kids on the multiplayer. I would literally enter their world and kill them I'd take them out so fast. It was actually absurd. That platinum was fun though. There's some cool little puzzles and stuff here and there. I actually really enjoyed that. Fun gameplay, fun platinum. I don't remember anything too tedious on it. So we'll take that. Next one. Rivals. Ooh. Okay. Here's the reasoning. Here's the reasoning for D tier. Platinum wasn't bad. A lot better than the Overwatch Platinum, which is just like absurd. I don't have the Overwatch Platinum. It's just, you need like a quad kill with like every single ability in the entire game, which is just ridiculous. And Rivals was a lot more tame. You could play the arcade mode, which wasn't too bad. But like I remember getting stuck on the Mantis trophy. You had to get a team wipe as like while using Mantis's ult. How am I supposed to control my team getting a team wipe? You know, like I pop my ult when I think it's like an opportune time. It just didn't happen. So I remember playing for like literally like 2 days straight or something, just trying to get that one. It wasn't even that bad when I really think about it, because like I got the team kill, got the trophy, and then I got like 4 more team kills in the next like couple days. But any trophies that rely on like RNG a little bit are kind of scuffed. Like for example, the Overwatch trophy would be like the worst thing ever because it's just cooked. Like there's no shot. You're like, you just have to put like a million hours in every single character and just hope that eventually like the trophy pops or like the characters like alter or whatever. But yeah, Rivals is pretty cooked. Like I wouldn't want to do it like again. Like the game's fun and everything. I like Rivals. You're getting a little crazy with the skins these days. I feel about all that, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. The game's fun. It's just that platinum was fried. Like that was there's a lot of RNG. All right, next one. Forbidden West, dude. I'll say it. Horizon Forbidden West is the best graphics I've ever played on any game ever. I played the Zero Dawn Remastered, and then I played Forbidden West after, and every single game I played for the next like month looked like garbage. They were just not a single game looked good compared to those two games. It is the Decima engine, incredible, absolutely incredible. I did have to do 2 playthroughs, but because you can like, the story isn't as long as you think. It was a little scuffed, but dude, that game is so good. That it wasn't a big deal, and like getting to interested in the combat and everything, like finding out all the tech of it all the different weaknesses of all the creatures and everything, and just really 100%ing that game. I even did all the little data files too. It wasn't even for a trophy. It's just fun exploring the world and like fun. Like I had like a YouTube video pulled up for like all the locations of the data files and just like going to places and like, because wherever you find them, it's always like somewhere interesting. There's usually some sort of like cool structure or something there. So just being in that world was a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean that was a fun platinum. That was a fun. Obviously not like a hard platinum necessarily. A lot of the PlayStation first party games aren't, like they're kind of built around going for the platinum, which is pretty cool. But that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I got good vibes around that one. Good vibes. All right, next one. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Again, I think I just liked it more than the first one. Pretty much all the same reasoning I had for the other one. It's just, updated. I like the world more. I liked how it's segmented. Good stuff. Next one. Lies of P. Oh my, dude, I love Lies of P. One of my favorite Souls likes. I think the lore is fantastic. I posted a video on my YouTube channel about like I thought it was like the best demo ever. I stand by that. I think it's literally the best demo for a game I've ever played. It was just incredible. So, and then the trophy wise, it wasn't even bad. There was only like, I like through, because when I go for when I play a game, my first playthrough is always blind. I never look at a guide. I don't even look at the trophy list until I at least see credits roll. I like to just go into a natural experience. I don't want anything like influencing my decisions or anything. So as a result of that, it took me 4 playthroughs to get the platinum. Like you can do it in, I think you can do it in 2. You might be able to do it in 1 now because they did like an update for like one of the music records, which was like mutually exclusive between like a decision you made. But yeah, it was light though. It was light. Like if I went back to, I could do the platinum like 1 run, no problem. Super easy, super fun. Get to engage with everything. Not really any missables. You can go back and like get all the weapons and stuff. Really fun, and a phenomenal Souls like. So I'm a big fan of it. It's so like, it's such a fun rhythm of just, you play it so much, you go through and you're always like looking for all little items. So it's just kind of like a little nice little checklist of like, all right, go here, pick this up, talk to this person, just engage with all the stuff, and then the platinum usually pops. It's really fun. And then, different endings and everything. It's always cool. So I enjoyed that. Next one. Fallout 4. Drink was unrelated to Fallout 4, but Fallout 4 is a lot of fun. The first time I played it, I feel like I really didn't take in a lot of the game's systems. Like I didn't just like mainline the story, but I definitely didn't engage with everything as much as when I played it. This is actually for the PS5 version of the game, like the remaster or whatever, because I didn't platinum the PS4 version, just beat it and I was happy with it. But PS5 version, I went into it being like, okay, I'm gonna go for the platinum because I'd already beaten the game on PS4. I already knew everything. So that being said, it was really fun. It was fun to do all the missions, engage with so many more systems. The whole Sanctuary happiness thing is scuffed. Like that was a kind of a scuffed trophy because the system's a little broken, but like you can just set up a base at like a small sanctuary, get 100% happiness. That's a trophy, by the way. It's like you can like build settlements and like You have to get a happiness meter to 100 for one of the trophies. So that was a little scuffed, but now that I know how to do it, it'll be super easy. And again, no scuffed trophies just coming to mind at all. I liked it. I thought it was fun. Made me engage with way more mechanics than I did the first time around. So I also, but like, as far as like how much I enjoy the game though, I don't enjoy it as much as these other ones. I think it's great. I think it's fun, but just like the combat's a little like, you know, Bethesda combat is Bethesda's combat. Like it's a little, you're more in it for the RPG mechanics and like for example, Skyrim, like you want to feel like a cool mage with like magic and all that stuff, but you are just holding a trigger and then seeing a health bar slowly go down, and they don't really react to it as much. The combat's a little like, you know, a little lackluster, but it is fun though. There's cool like abilities. I like the whole what is it called, like luck or whatever? Not luck, like the whole the whole special like skill tree. There's some neat things in that. There's some really neat things in that. So we'll put an A. I thought it was fun. Again, I'm probably gonna range this after. So okay, next one. Ooh. Is this probably the easiest platinum I have on the entire list? I did this with my friend. It was a lot of fun, and we basically just played the game, you know, did the handful of puzzles and then just ran it back. Fun, you know. Got the platinum because we did all like the gold stars or whatever challenges, but really easy, just fun game. I think I am definitely weighing it as far as like how proud I am of the platinum. That's definitely like a factor going into this list as I look at it. As a result, I'm gonna move Rivals up a little bit. I think it is a bit of a flex to have the Rivals plot's kind of cool. And Expedition 30 is, but it's the easiest, but again, still a fun game. I'll put it at the bottom just because it's just super easy and super simple. Didn't really feel like I earned the plot, but it was like a cool way to like cap off, you know, we're playing the game with my friend. Next one. Where's the cursor? Quidditch, bro. Okay, Quidditch was another free game. Part of like the PlayStation like monthly games, and I easily became the best player in the world because I think I was one of like 500 people playing the game, and I read every tutorial, so that already put me, you know, a step above everyone else. So that was a lot of fun. It was scuffed though. It was a grind, bro. It was super grindy. I had to get my friend to help me, like, for one of, not help me, but like I had to play in a party, and like I don't really like meet people like online, so you had to fire it up to like get that one trophy with me. But I became a go, bro. I was like literally like score, steal the ball, score, grab the snitch, score, game over. Like I was like Braun, bro. I was rolling those lobbies like crazy. But a scuffed platinum, bro. I mean, it was just a little tedious. I had to play like multiple days in a row to like slowly get XP and stuff like that. And like the game's fun and everything, but obviously it's nothing crazy. I will put it above here though, because there's a bit of a flex. All right, next one. Again, just head to checking that account. Ooh, Minecraft on PS4. That's a fun one. It's like a fun like things, because obviously the biggest thing in Minecraft always like what's the point? What do we do? Like, just kill the Ender Dragon and then it's over. Like, so it gives you like a nice list of things to do. So that was fun doing it on the PS4. Gives you a good checklist. Obviously Minecraft's super fun as well. So, and it makes you engage with so where's it to? I'll add Minecraft PS5 as well. Because I did all of, I guess the platinum's like not that bad, but I did all of the content packs with it, like all of the DLC. So I had to engage with literally every single aspect of Minecraft, which was a little scuffed, but like fun. One of the trophies was you had to use like the archaeological thing and like dig for every single armor trim, because you have to like one of the armor trims you have to like dust like old rubble and stuff is like a new mechanic to Minecraft. So that, and then dude, finding the silence armor trim where you have to go into like the dark areas with the warden, bro, actually scary. The warden is so scary. I remember I used to have like a whole strat with like, okay, I'll put like wool down, I'll be all sneaky and everything, but then I got to a point where I would just put all my stuff in a chest, set my spawn point, and just sprint through, and then just quickly mine up all the spawners for the warden, just mine everything up, and I could comfortably walk around and loot the chest. But dude, that was fun. That was intense and fun. So because of that, like this one, the PS4, when I didn't do all the content packs, I just did the base platinum, which was okay. Nothing crazy. You know, like I said, like a little motivation to keep going. Everything was fun. But doing all the content packs for that one is crazy. Like, people don't have all the trims. That is hard. You have to go to every structure. You have to do everything. That's a big flex. That was a tough one. So yeah, that's added to my platinum, as you know, like the little bonus trophies. That gets a lot of points for that, because that's every trophy's crazy on Minecraft. All right, next one. Oh, 30. Okay. Hollow Knight is the hardest platinum trophy I have. If someone wants to talk about trophies, probably the first thing I say is, do you have the Hollow Knight trophy? Because I do. Like, but because it's the Void Heart edition on PS5, it includes all the DLCs, like the God Home DLC specifically, and that requires you beating Pantheon 5, which means you have to beat every single boss in the game consecutively, and then finish it off with Absolute Radiance, who is one of the craziest bosses I've ever fought. Definitely one of the hardest bosses I've ever fought in a game. So that is my super flex plat. That is like, I have the Hollow Knight plat. Like, I'm him, bro. Like, I'm really like that. That was sick. That was super sick getting the Hollow Knight platinum. So that's probably gonna be the #1 platinum total, to be honest. There's some other ones, but like, that one was crazy. That's a big flex. That was very, very, very difficult, and fantastic game. Next one, Jedi Survivor. Again, similar to Fallen Order, obviously being the sequel. I just thought it was better. It was actually quite good. There's some fun little boss fights and everything. That game can get hard too on a higher difficulty, but that was a fun game. I enjoyed that game. It had fast travel, which was very welcomed addition. And like, yeah, I think I want to say you have to play through the game twice. I could be wrong though. But that was a fun game. That was fun. I pretty good vibes around it. Probably like, I just remember it not being bad. That's a fun game. I'll put it there for now. Next game, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think a lot of I love that game. Fantastic multiplayer game. I got very, very good at the lightsaber combat. I was pretty proud of that. I would play with my one friend, and we'd play like the 2v2 hero fights. And he would often go down like kind of quickly sometimes, but he got good too. But I could 1v2, like duel, no problem. I'm probably washed now. Like, everyone who plays that game now is probably nasty, but at the time I could like 1v2. I was quite good with every single character. I even remember playing that game like, oh my bad. I even remember playing that game couch co-op at my friend's house and just use like BB-8 and stuff and just fry them. Like, I got quite good at that game. Yeah, platinum was basically, I think a lot of trophies are just single player stuff. So when it comes to when I'm thinking of trophies, not that crazy. Not that crazy at all, to be honest. I guess the Valhalla platinum is a flex. See, now I'm going off of like, is this a flex or not? Yeah, if I'm adding that to the addition, the Valhalla platinum goes up quite a bit. Not a ton, but at least out of D tier. Here. Because it is a flex. It is a scuffed platinum, but it is a flex. It's not like a flex that's harsh, just a flex that's scuffed, and people have lives and jobs and don't want to sit and do every single region in the entire game. So it's like, yeah, put that there. And yeah, and then Battlefront was I don't remember any of the trophies really. I just remember like grinding like the game, stuff like that. I feel like I got the plat super fast, so nothing too notable. Rivals platinum's kind of flexy too. We'll go through this after. Let me speed this up a little bit. Okay, next one. God of War Ragnarok. That game's phenomenal. Phenomenal story, phenomenal platinum, very smooth platinum. I think I platinumed twice. I mean, like, not literally platinumed twice, but I did all the requirements for the platinum twice. Absolutely loved it. Next one. Zero Dawn Remastered, again, right next to Forbidden West. Really fun. Really fun. Beautiful game. It basically, the graphics were pretty much on point with Forbidden Zero Dawn Remastered graphics were pretty much on point with Forbidden West graphics by the end of it all. So that was a lot of fun to do. Just a gorgeous game. Smooth plot, nothing like too grindy that I can remember. That being said, I'll also put the Zero Dawn one right next to it. When I first played Zero Dawn, I played it on the hardest difficulty at the very start, which I found it was a mistake because the hardest difficulty came out after New Game Plus came out. So it was intended for New Game Plus, basically, like they came as a pair. So I had a hard time with like a lot of enemies and just felt like I didn't have enough money and I was just under resourced. So it was brutal. Like I remember that being like, but I lowered the difficulty and it wasn't even bad. But I remember that being problematic. These two I played on like not Nightmare or whatever, like just the one before that. So I was at like a normal level. Like I wasn't playing like New Game Plus like level difficulties without like being on New Game Plus. But Zero Dawn was fun. They're all fun. They're all like really gorgeous. Obviously these games look insane, so it ups it for me. But Zero Dawn was a good time. I just don't. Obviously I got to platinum, so I engaged with a lot of stuff, but I didn't feel as competent as I did when I went back to it and played the remaster and Forbidden West. Like I feel like I really understood everything and like figured out all the boss weaknesses and everything. Next up is Lego Star Wars 3 again. It was more scuffed there. I recall some grindy trophies. I got this game because I got the like the PlayStation Premium for like just like a month to play like a couple catalog games or whatever like that. I don't usually get. I've never actually got it since. I just got that 1 month, played a couple catalog things and everything. But I remember like, cause I platinum this game on the Wii, and then I was like, okay, I'll do it on PlayStation. And I'll actually get the platinum and everything. I just remember being tedious. Maybe it's because I had already done it and it was just like a little annoying, but I remember being a bit of a grind. A bit of it's just some annoying trophies. They're just like tedious things. It is a Lego game, it's nothing too crazy. So that means I should probably like put it like down here because I remember actually being a little annoying. Put it above Remnant though. Okay. Slowly but surely whittling this down, and again we'll do like a little criteria, like recheck over again. Astro's Playroom, great platinum. I mean, great platinum. It's basically an intro to getting platinums. Like, it comes pre-installed into your PS5. I don't know if it comes pre-installed in the new PS5s, but like the original did. And you're just doing these simple challenges, getting you trophies for pretty much everything you do, and it's just a nice tutorial on the platinum ecosystem and like what trophy, like getting trophies is all about. So I thought it was really fun, very 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 streamlined, designed just like be a tutorial on how platinums are achieved. Next up, so I guess I could do both Bioshock games. They're both beside each other. Big Flex, I did all this stuff on Infinite again. Like all the side stuff. Same with the first Bioshock. I did all the DLC packs, which was pretty elite, honestly. Like if I just go to because there's some like fun combat challenges and everything. I don't know why I'm going to these, bro. You guys don't care, bro. No. Guys do not care that I spent like forever doing DLC challenges, bro, just to flex. But let's see if I can find it here quick. So I do want to just see. I want to see how many DLC packs there actually were. Also, fun fact, I played all of the Bioshock games in order because I'd heard about this new game that was coming out, and I wanted to basically, it was from like the same studio that made Bioshock. I'm blanking on the name of their studio, but so I wanted to like play the 3 Bioshock games like eventually leading up to whenever that game actually releases. I'll split all the God of War games in a row too. Just so I was like familiar with the studio and like really, because obviously Bioshock is like a fan, like a historic series, like like an absolute classic. So I was really happy I got to play through all those games in order, and just I couldn't imagine how good those games would be. Like they're great now, but when they came out, yeah, see, like the challenge room was a little crazy. When that game came out, it was insane. Like it's got like this whole like the Dishonored vibe of like all the elements, and like I love that combat with like a weapon in one hand and like your plasma in the other. Obviously this came out before Dishonored, but really cool. And yeah, big flex with the challenges. I'm trying to think now. I guess some of the might have a couple grindy trophies. I feel like again I had to play that game twice. It's always a little annoying. Again, that's on me. Like, you don't have to play the game back to back twice, but I ended up doing it. So I enjoyed Bioshock 1 more, and then Infinite, like same thing. Got all the challenges for Infinite, which is really cool. And I know people probably go like Infinite worse, Bioshock 2 then 1 as their order, like worst to best. But I actually loved Infinite. I thought it was I really like the characters. I like I forgot the girl's name, like Booker DeWitt and everything. Very, very cool. I thought they had like really good, really good voice acting, and it was just really interesting. So because of all those challenges and everything, because it was fun, I should probably put them up more because they were like engaging. 2 I just wasn't crazy about. I just wasn't. It was like the least interested. It was a cool enough story, but I wasn't as interested as playing the first one and then playing Infinite for whatever reason. Next up is Night Rain. Night Rain was fun. It was obviously the game is like, it's good, but it's like pretty repetitive. Like, it would be cool if there's actually different maps besides just Limvale, even though it's like a little different every time. It was a fine platinum because like it was cool to be able to play all the characters. I really liked all their stories. The stories of all the different characters, like as you do their quest line, was pretty cool. But I just, dude, especially the little girl who like summons the ghosts, like spirits or whatever. Her story is crazy. She's got like a Bloodborne cutscene. It's nuts. So it's cool to be able to play all the characters and everything, but it was a little repetitive. Now, obviously, being a Souls game, it is a bit of a flex having the platinum, but I do remember it being a little annoying, to be honest. Just 'cause you have to do the exact same thing so many times. There's some cool trophies of like winning. I think you have to win like certain games consecutively, which is kind of fun, kind of tough. But I ended up playing a lot of that game solo too. Like, none of my friends had it. So I played a lot of it solo, which was fun because after they did that first update, they really kind of balanced it, so it wasn't too bad. You had like a lot of revives and everything, but it was cool. It was cool. Let me take a little intermission here before I continue. Alrighty, we have returned for now day 2 of my little ranking here of my platinums. So what do we have next? Assassin's Creed Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a lot of fun. I actually like quite enjoyed it. I mean, I'm like gassing over it. It was cool. It was a cool Assassin's Creed game. I thought the stealth mechanics were very good and everything. I liked how you could like go prone, the whole shadow mechanics and everything. The platinum was cool too. Again, it's like basically going around like collecting everything, but it wasn't as tedious as like a AC Valhalla or something. So it wasn't too bad. And then, is it a flex to have the Shadows platinum? You know, it's a bit of a flex. It's a bit of a flex, I guess. Not really. I mean, anyone can get it. It just takes a little bit of time. So that all being said, I don't really have any complaints about that. So I probably just put that as like a fun middle of the pack thing, maybe. Because obviously only one playthrough. It wasn't like super tedious or anything. And it was just like a fun little checklist. Put a B tier. We'll do like a little review of like everything afterwards. See like how I'm feeling about it all. So next one is Demon Souls. Okay, hear me out. Okay, so Demon Souls Plat was garbage. I hated it so much because I think I mentioned I like to go my first playthrough completely blind, like no guides or anything. So there was the whole like world tendency trophies where you had to get certain world tendencies, and that took so long. I think I did like 4 playthroughs. Oh my god, and the world tendency, I remember reading so many wikis about it. It was just so scuffed. Like, and the game's obviously like, it's cool, like graphically it looks incredible being like the PS5 remaster. But man, those like the bosses like aren't fun to fight really. Like, it's just like, I'm not crazy about Demon Souls. That world tendency stuff was trash. I didn't really like the bosses. It was a little like, it was super tedious. And is it a flex to have? I guess it's a little bit of a flex to have it, but that's D tier, bro. I mean, that was not a vibe to go for that platinum. The game was cool, but that was not a vibe. Next up we have Elden Um, yeah, Elden Ring is great. I mean, it was super. There's only like one missable trophy in the entire thing, and it's just like you have to pick up one weapon before like a later part in the game. And so I got the platinum for this, no problem, nice and easy. I was well into like the Souls verse, like, you know, vibe and everything. I also helped get the platinum for 3, 4, 5 or 6 of my friends. So that was like super. So I basically platinumed this game. Plus I did a playthrough where I only used like a wooden bat and 100% it, like did like a full map clear. So I essentially platinumed this game 8 times. I mean, if that's not a sign that I enjoyed the game, I enjoy all the trophies and all the content, and I think it's a flex, 'cause obviously it's Elden Ring, you know, everyone knows what Elden Ring is, so getting the plat for that is just, that's an easy S tier, man. That game is super, super fun, and I mean, I'd platinum it again, you know what I mean? Like, if I, like, it's a really good time. Up next, we have Skyrim. Now, Skyrim's an interesting one, because obviously everyone's played Skyrim, but I think very few people have actually platinumed it, because you do have to do a bunch of different quests and like maybe make decisions that you wouldn't normally make for your character. So I remember making a character with like a big white beard, and he was just like some like old god, like that was like the vibe I was going for, because I usually like to make myself in RPGs, you know, kind of just embody the character or whatever, make similar decisions that I would make. But I knew to have to make some questionable choices for the platinum, because there's like some the biggest one I think of is you have to get all the Daedric artifacts, and you gotta make some questions. You gotta like eat people for that. There's like a whole there's a whole bunch of scuffed things you have to do to get all the Daedric artifacts and get the platinum for that. But it was fun though, because it made me make decisions that I wouldn't normally make on a playthrough of Skyrim, and it was just it was cool. It was cool to go through all the different decisions. I think it's a bit of a flex to have the platinum as well. I think it's really cool. A lot of people obviously know what Skyrim is, so it's kind of cool to say you got the Skyrim plat. And there's nothing like annoying in it at all. Obviously, Skyrim's not like a game with a bunch of collectibles. You are just doing quests and, you know, just having fun playing the game. Like, to get the platinum, you'd play the game the way you would play any game. I can't really think of anything tedious off the top of my head. So it's another S tier. I mean, that's you know, we're on a bit of an S tier streak right now. And we have for next is Astro Bot. You know, just keep it up, bro. Just keep the S tiers. I'll organize these lists a little bit better after, but just keep the S's going for now. Astro Bot, similar to Astro's Playroom, very, very, very streamlined platinum. There's you know, the game is designed around getting trophies, being like a PlayStation first party game and being like a PlayStation themed game. And that was, dude, the platforming in that game's incredible. Like, that was I haven't played on like a Nintendo system in a while, so this is easily like the best platformer I've ever played. I haven't played like a ton of platformers, but it's the best platform. I loved all the physics-based mechanics. There's just so many fun things to do in that game. So many fun levels, different ideas, like the way some of the ideas were fleshed out, and like kind of like every area was just so different. It had like some cool new concept or some gimmick that was like they utilized in a lot of cool ways, that it was just a good time. It was a good time all around. That's another S tier. Next up is Spider-Man 2, another game where, being a PlayStation first party game, it's designed around the platinum. You know, nothing's too tedious, very, very streamlined, just clear the map. Basically, it's not an insanely big map, and I love this game so much. I have like 600 hours on this game, because it's one of those games where it's like my chill game. Like I'll have like a podcast on, or I'll be watching basketball, and I'll just be swinging around the game. Like, it's just such a cool game to just vibe out in, swing around, have a good time. Obviously not a big flex for a platinum, because it is super accessible and everything, you know, everyone can get it, which is fun. So because it's not like the biggest flex in the world, but it is super fun, I'll put that in A tier. Actually, maybe like B tier, because we gotta do consider that like it was very easy to get. It's not a flex. It's like, it was just a cool smooth platinum, but I do enjoy the game a ton, so I guess that bumps it up to an A. We're gonna have to review things after. I just like, I don't want to do like just a straight math rating where I just rate every game like 1 to 5 and divide by 3 based on how much of a flex it is, how much I like the game and how good the platinum journey was. I don't want to just do like a perfect score. I kind of want to have a bit of like, I guess I could, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll look at it after. Next up is, all right, so Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, obviously pretty scuffed, being that it's only a single game, but I actually did enjoy it a good amount. I thought it was fun. It was cool to have a new Lego Star Wars game after so long. So that was cool. It was cool to play like a new Lego Star Wars game. Obviously we got Skywalker Saga down there, which is like the next gen Lego Star Wars game. But to get like a little taste of it, it was cool. There's no like tedious trophies with it being a Lego game. No one cares that you have it. It's not like a flex or anything, but like maybe the bottom of C tier. All right. Next up is Fury. Okay. Fury is obviously a big flex if you know what the game is. The game's really challenging, and it was I don't want to mix up tedious and hard, because I think it, like, for example, like Hollow Knight here, like maybe like the flower quest is like tedious and stuff, like there's maybe some like tedious trophies within it, but overall I think like Pantheon 5 is like really fun and like really rewarding, so I wouldn't dock it points just because it's hard to do. So with Fury though, again, wasn't like, I'll say it too, bro, I did like some PlayStation Plus cloud saves for like certain checkpoints, because I think you have to beat the whole game without dying like more than twice or something like that. So I made little checkpoints like after the bosses. I still obviously had to beat the bosses in a very limited number of tries, but that's a good one. I mean, people are a lot of my friends pointed out when they were talking about trophies and stuff, that's a big flex. That's a really fun game. The boss fights were all cool. They all had like interesting designs and everything about all the bosses, cool mechanics, and I really got to like master the combat when I was going for the platinum. You really got to lock it on the parries, the dodges, like how the staggers work and everything. It's got a really good combat system. So I like the game too. I thought it was fun. It wasn't like my favorite game in the world. Like I'm more of I guess my favorite game is like third person action RPGs. That's usually what I lean towards. So with it just being straight bosses, and obviously it's an indie game, so it's not like the biggest thing in the world, but I think it's like it's an S tier. Like, if my list is ranking my platinums, it's an S tier platinum. Like I enjoyed the game. It was a good time. I liked it. So we'll put that in S tier. Next up we have Syndicate. Now I remember actually getting burnt out on Syndicate. Because again, as well, Assassin's Creed, you know how it is. You got to clear the whole map. I actually ended up going back to this game randomly and getting like the last 2 trophies I needed, because I was like, oh, let me just grab this plot or whatever. But it was a fun game. It was cool. I liked the little like hideouts and everything. I think of it as like a B tier, like it's solid. I got no like major complaints or everything, but it's like nothing crazy, not like a big flex or anything. So just middle of the pack. And next up is RDR2. Now, I think people widely consider RDR2 to be one of the best games ever, rightly so. And it was that platinum was something else. So what's so crazy about the platinum is that I literally just had to become a cowboy for like multiple months in a row, because you have to get everything. And plus I did every single animal, even the ones you didn't need for the trophy. I did all the plants, like all the things you have to find. It took so long, but when I went for the platinum again too, it does have missable, like A2 missable trophies, which like I think is really, really bad for an open world game that size, because like people want to get the platinum, but no one wants to have to run it back to just get a couple little trophies like that. Like that's brutal. Like I think games that are that big should not ever have to run it back. Like it's way too much. It just has way too much content. So I mean, that all being said though, this was my second playthrough. I did my first playthrough blind like a while ago, and then I came back to it years later, and I was prepared to just become a cowboy. I was just like I'll just be a cowboy for however long it takes. I think it was my most played game for like multiple months in a row. But because I was prepared for it and just embraced being the cowboy, setting up the fire, chilling, just like breathing the world in. Big shout out to the John Ropke map. That's a little website that has literally everything in the entire game in it, like all the animal spawns, everything. Funny story with one of the animals. The last animal I needed was the Rio Grande turkey, and it did not spawn for 20 hours. Like 20 hours of gameplay of running from one spawn point to another spawn point of like the turkey, just going back and forth. Bro, I had to contact Rockstar support and just say like, oh, is this animal just glitched? Is it just not spawning? And I mean, it was glitched. I reinstalled the game and I found it instantly. But that was after 20 hours of searching for the Rio Grande turkey. So that was hilarious. And that's like that's a top tier. That's a huge flex too, because like everyone who has played Red Dead knows how much there is in the game, and to 100% the game that's a big hats off. So that was a ton of fun. That's a big flex. Obviously one of the best games ever. And yes, the platinum is trash, but I think the other two just outweigh it way too much. That's probably top three platinum for me, which is all things considered. So just phenomenal. And next up we have Ghosts of Yote, my most recent platinum. I actually just platinumed this game a couple days ago. I thought it was super fun. I just made a YouTube video on Ghosts of Yote that no one watched, but it's like that game's really good. I enjoyed the platinum more than Tsushima because of the way the world is segmented. I didn't feel like there was as many fox dens. I thought it was a lot easier to just grab everything. I thought the game was super fun. It had a nice loop of go to an area, hunt down a target, get a new weapon, and then, you know, just repeat that over and over again. So it had a really nice flow to it all. Easy platinum too, you know, you basically just clear the map. So that all being said, dude, I loved it. Absolutely loved getting that platinum. Would do it again. Fantastic game. Obviously, you know, low recency bias, but not really. That game did everything I wanted it to. I thought it was really good. It felt like a tighter Tsushima. You know, there was a little less like vanity items and everything, but that means there was less like fox dens and stuff. So really enjoyable experience. Really, really, really fun game. So yeah, S tier for sure. Next up is Silksong, the platinum I got just before that one. Silksong was great. I really liked it. It did. Oh, okay. So I love Silksong, right? I thought it was super fun and everything. Phenomenal game. Probably like my game of the year is probably Expedition 33, but it's second though, for sure. So like when I think about like the platinum, you had to do 2 speedrunning trophies. One where you had to beat the game in under 10 hours. I can just check real quick on my thing here. So I do a second playthrough of the game, which was a little scuffed. But yeah, you had to beat the game in under 5 hours and then get 100% completion and finish the game in under 30 hours. So obviously I used like a guide for that for like a route, but even so, that was not fun, bro. That was like stressful. Like it was like, cause like you can't, obviously you have like, I was doing like the PlayStation like cloud save where I just, if I died too many times, I could back up my save and kind of have like some hard checkpoints if I like threw too many times on a boss or died or something like that, or just messed up the routing. But even with that, like it was hard. I mean, you know, like you can't die to a boss too many times or else you'll you'll get too much time. That being said, for the 5-hour run, I followed the world record speed run for the game, which was probably just the worst idea in hindsight, because I was doing all these like advanced skips and fighting bosses with base like only 5 masks and like +1 nail. So I made it so much harder on myself because I was like, oh, I got to get under that 5-hour window. So I followed a world record, which was an hour, and it took me 3.5 hours to beat the game, just because of all the time losses from messing up skips and like taking too long on bosses and just it was scuffed. So then when I beat the game in the under 5 hours, and then I used that same save to do the 100% completion in under 30 hours. And then I followed a guide for obviously just the world record for 100% completion, which was like, I don't know, 4 hours, 8, I forget how much money, but it was a really good video. But in that video, Obviously I started from the beginning just in case I didn't miss anything along the way. But in that video, he basically got to the final boss with like 8 masks and like +2 nail. So if I just followed that video from the beginning, I would have been way better off fighting the boss, and it would have been way easier. Like, it wouldn't have been a problem at all. I mean, like you have so much more gear. I was just so worried about getting it under the 5 hours. So that all being said, it was if you just follow the right video, it's not a problem. That game's a masterpiece. It's a flex too, obviously, because it is Silksong. No boss rush mode or anything, right? So nothing like nothing as crazy as God Home, but it still is a flex. You know, that game's notoriously hard and there's lots of stuff. Another cool flex is I actually beat the game with 96% completion blind. Like, that was before I looked anything up. Like, just my normal run of the game, I had 96% completion, which I thought was really cool on my first playthrough. But yeah, I guess not bad if you follow a second guide. A little scuffed because those speedrun trophies aren't the funnest thing in the entire world. Even following the guide, it can be a little like annoying. Like, look here, look here, look here. Like, I didn't love doing it, but I mean, that game's a great game, big flex of a trophy. So we'll throw it up in S tier. Next up is Hogwarts. Hogwarts was fun. I liked Hogwarts. It's obviously not like the craziest game in the world, but I thought it was cool. All the trophies were very straightforward. You didn't even have to 100% the entire map or anything. And is it a flex to get? Not really. I mean, not really. No one cares if you have the Hogwarts plot. It's nothing too crazy. But it was cool though. It was fun to go through. I enjoyed the game and everything. It's just not like, you know, it's not like a Silksong or a Red Dead, of course. Next up, Nobody Saves the World. Again, another fun, small game. Obviously not like a big flex or anything. It was cool though, because you know, just the nature of the game and everything. It's fun to be able to do all the stuff. There was a couple little tedious things. I had to maybe like grind some dungeons a couple times and stuff like that, but all in all, I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. Like, next up is The Witcher 3. Okay, so The Witcher 3 has missable trophies, which is disgusting for a massive open world game like that, similar to what I was talking about with Red Dead. But when I actually didn't miss any of the trophies my first playthrough, like of course blind. Didn't miss any of the trophies because I just did every single quest that came to me. I was very like systematic in how I would clear up Velen, then I'd clear up Novigrad, then I'd go to Skellige, and like I did it in a system. Also, I beaten the game 3 times, 100% of it 3 times, essentially platinumed it 3 times, and I cleared every single chest in Skellige all 3 times. That's just commitment. You know, that's what in the business you call commitment. It's also called not having a job and having lots and lots of time in your hands. But it's a fun game. I mean, everyone knows about The Witcher. The Witcher's gas. I have like The Witcher 4 and The Witcher 5 here. Enjoyed them both just as much. Obviously, The Witcher 5 like improves it even more. But it's a big flex too because it does have missable trophies. So okay, Witcher was like Witcher 5 then Witcher 4. I think it's a big flex to have The Witcher. Obviously, it's a big game. To 100% it with the amount of content it has, I think is pretty impressive. And it was fun to go through. Never like I said, because I go into The Witcher and play it like I played it so like slow and everything. I wasn't super annoyed that I missed any trophies. I had a friend that actually missed. He was going for the platinum and missed a trophy, and it was just like a big vibe kill. I completely get that. That's super fair. But for me at least, one of my favorite games ever. The platinum came to me like no problem. I just do a couple little things here and there. The only trophies I can think about that were kind of annoying was there was some Hearthstone stuff. Hearts of Stone, bro. Yeah, you can play Hearthstone, bro. Like, now you can actually play a better game. It's called Gwen. No, but Gwen's fire though. I'm a big Gwen guy. But yeah, it was there's some like little scuff trophies for those DLC ones that you had to like do things in a certain way that were like extremely unnatural. Like a fight and everything was like really weird. But I mean, that's it was fine though. It was fine though. Again, like when I talk about platinums, when I do all of the trophies, I'm kind of adding that into it because that's like my 100% completion thing. So that all being said, the game's phenomenal. It's a big flex to get, and I didn't really have any problems with the trophy, so put it up in S tier. Next up is Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner was a good time. I also have the PS5 version. Ghost Runner was fun. It's challenging game, but once you get the flow of it, it's super like do dash on a thing, glide off, like slow time, block a bullet. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in that game. So I definitely enjoyed it. It's one of those games that does have a lot of collectibles in it. You do have to go back to levels and get a lot of different things. So there are some of them that were a little tricky to get. But I mean, you follow a guide, it's not that bad. It was a fun game though. I think it's a little bit of a flex. It's a little bit of a hard game, but it's nothing too crazy. I probably put it at the top of maybe like mid B area here because it was enjoyable. And with the PS5 version, I probably just put it below it just because it was one of those ones where as soon as I loaded up the PS5 version, it just re-popped the platinum. Which is a little unfortunate because I would have got the platinum again. It's kind of like fun having that motivation of like going through all the little checklist stuff like that. But to have it just instantly popped, it's kind of like, oh, I mean, I guess free platinum, but like I like to earn it, so I wasn't crazy about that. But yeah, cool game. Fun enough. A little some annoying trophies. The game's a little annoying at times in general. I mean, you know, it's a game where you die in a single shot. Like there's naturally going to be a little bit of frustration from that. So we'll put it in the middle of the pack here. Next up is Miles Morales. So Miles Morales. Again, another game I just really like because you could just swing around that game forever and make like, you know, swing around listening to music. Top tier experience in Miles Morales. That game has such a vibe to it with like the snow and everything. Platinum, extremely easy. Like this is, if my friends are like, oh, like, you know, like, man, like, what's a cool game to I could pick up to like, you know, get like a plat or whatever, and like a fun game to 100%. Like, bro, just get Miles Morales. Like, it's basically like a step up from like an Astro Bot. It is so streamlined. The game is smaller than the other Spider-Man games, and it's just all in all like a real chill platinum. So as far as our ratings go, obviously not a big flex. Super streamlined, which is good, and I really enjoyed it. So put in A tier. Put in A tier. Next up is It Takes Two. Really fun game because obviously it takes two people to play the game. So I played this with my friend. We both went from the platinum form. We both got the platinum. But I mean, it's a fun game. It's got fun puzzles and everything. It was a great experience. Like obviously playing with my friend is a really good time. But if I'm like, it's not like a big flex to get the platinum. Pretty easy. It's you know, my rating of the game, like obviously me being a big story guy, it's not like I don't put it in like the top tier of games I've played, even though it is like a great game. I mean, won a game of the year. Like obviously it's a good game, but if I'm just going off like my personal bias, you know, like how I like a story and everything, that had a cool story. It was cute, but I'll put a B tier. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. The platinum was easy. It was fun. We just took obviously we did like our first run blind, and the second round we looked at the trophies and just like made sure we paid attention to the things we missed the first time around. But it was fun. It was super fun. A lot of fun puzzles and everything. That was a good time. Dude, I'll be honest, bro. As I look at this list, this is cooked. Like I'm gonna do a review after. I'm gonna like we'll finish up the rest, and then I'll pause the video. I'll really think about it all, and then I'll run it back. Okay, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Next up is Dishonored. Dishonored's one of my favorite games ever. I love how many different things you can do in Dishonored and how many ways you can go through the levels. It is just, I mean, I'm gonna put all. I'll do all of them right here. But I'll be honest, like the Dishonored Platinum is so much fun because doing the full ghost runs and like the no power runs just let you fully engage with how insanely good the level design is. In my opinion, I say it's like the best level design out of any game I've played. I think it's so insane how they accounted for so many different ways to traverse the levels, take out your targets. All the different gadgets have interesting ways that they can be applied throughout the level. And it was just so much fun. I mean, all three of them. I'll go Dishonored 2 #1 because it you can do so much with non-lethal. Like I've done like a Batman run where I just used gadgets and non-lethal. And you can just do the full martial arts. You can like slide into people, slam them on the ground. You can like choke them out like mid combat when you stun them. It just gives you a lot more options than the first game. Obviously, Dishonored Death of the Outsider is a little bit different from the first two games, being kind of like a spin-off, but I still really enjoyed it. Still thought it was super fun to again, just all the same reasons why I enjoyed the first two so much. But yeah, I mean, I love the lore of those games. They're so like, the lore is incredible. That's the Outsider wasn't like, it was cool, but obviously I'm a big fan of like these two the most. But yeah, those platinums are fun. Cause even like I gotta share, I've played it once with my friend who just played through it, and it's so fun to watch Dishonored gameplay because you literally play the game differently like almost every single time. Like there's, for like a new person, similar to like a Hitman, you can run through a level completely different from someone else. And it just makes it really interesting to watch. It's really interesting to play over and over again. Like the replay value is insane. Super fun combat, super cool world, super good lore. And the platinum is challenging, but it pushes you to do things that are like, I say this, I say all this, but it is just to get the platinum for not being seen. It is just save scumming the entire game. Like you just save scum, just make a save, sneak past one guard, save the game. If you get seen by someone else, go back. Yeah, it's pretty cooked. It's pretty cooked in that regard. I still love the game though. How much I enjoy the game is outweighing it for sure. So next up, Fall Guys. I did Fall Guys already, didn't I? Oh, wait, this is the did I just not put Fall Guys anywhere? Oh, I'm trolling, bro. Like, bro, if you were watching this video and you saw the Fall Guys ranking me just not place it, you got me, bro. I understand the frustration. Like, that is fried. Yeah, it's like a C, bros. It was cool to get the platinum. It had some scuff. I don't even remember what I said the first time, but it's going C, bro. Next up is Sifu. All right. I really enjoyed the game. I thought the combat was really, really fun. Insane. Probably the best hand-to-hand combat in any game. Obviously, the entire game is designed around that. And big flex on the platinum. I did a little cloud saves here and there just to help me out, because you do have to beat the game basically without dying. It's still hard though. Even if you're like making little checkpoints for yourself. But yeah, big flex. Super fun game. And a tricky platinum, but tricky because it's challenging, not tricky because it's tedious. So that's I wasn't as crazy about the game as I was about, put it top of A, because I liked it, but like I found it a little frustrating with the controls at times. I'll be honest. Controls are good. I like did a good job like somewhat mastering them. Like I'd even write down all the combos and stuff like that on like a different sheet just to try to like really remember them all. But I remember a lot of time, like I feel like I'd be button spamming a little bit, which is a little scuffed because I like to be very calculated. Oh yeah, and there's like, dude, the last trophy I needed on that one, it was like 25% of the people had gotten it, and it was to get a certain score in a certain level, and apparently it wasn't a problem for anyone else. But I found out that if you play on the hardest difficulty, you get a bigger score multiplier, so it's easier to get, so those people get the trophy. And then if you play on a low difficulty, it's easier, so you don't really get hit as much, so you'll just get the score way easier. But because I played on the medium difficulty, I'm not getting the increased score multiplier, and it's still like challenging that you can like mess up easier. So the last trophy I needed was literally like 25% people had gotten it, so that was a little scuffed. That was on me, I guess. But it was a cool, it was memorable, it was fun. So we only have like a little row here. What do you have next? God of War. Again, just right here for all the same reasons. Ragnarok, fun platinum, smooth platinum, no missables. really fun complat, beautiful story, beautiful world, great lore. Phenomenal game. One of my favorite games ever. Nice and simple. Stray. Oh, Stray is beautiful, bro. It's just Stray is such a beautiful game. I thought it was so charming. Let me chill though. Let me put like A. Like, it was super charming. The platinum was fun. There was only like one trophy where you have to like run away in like a certain sequence without getting hit, which was a little tricky, but it wasn't tedious, just a little tricky. But just such a vibey game with good music, a fun world, and obviously a really cool mechanic being that you're playing as a cat. So that's pretty lit. Like, so that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. Spider-Man. So again, bro, like, this is so we got Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man PS5. It's all the same vibe here, to be honest. I guess I put Spider-Man PS5 below PS4 because one of the trophies requires you to do every single random crime. Like, it's like 100% the map, and that gets a little tedious because there's a lot of random crimes for every single area, and it's just the same thing over and over again. I love the combat system and everything. I think it has like, the Spider-Man series has one of the best combos of like good traversal plus good combat, because obviously a lot of video games are just go here, fight these people, go here, fight these people, dialogue in between. So to have the going there be just as fun as the fighting is a really big deal. I don't think as many games have as good of a combination as Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's traversal is my favorite traversal in any game. Maybe if you're not as big of a Spider-Man fan, that'll be a little bit lower for you, but for me, it was top tier. I love swinging around so much. So yeah, but yeah, I guess I'll put the PS5 one below the PS4 just because I had platinumed it on PS4, and then I didn't like copy my save over. I just like re-platinumed it on PS5. It was a little annoying having to do all the crimes again, but love the series. It's a good time. Next up is the Ghost of Tsushimas. Now, Ghost of Tsushima were great plots. They were, I guess they're like right near because they were really fun. The fox dens were a lot. There were a lot of like vanity items in the game. Like, bro, how many variations of like a green headband or blue headband? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of headbands in the game, so that's a lot of fox dens. But besides that, the story is obviously fantastic. The combat was really cool with all the different stances and everything. And some of the side stuff I wasn't as crazy about, to be honest. Like, I thought they were all cool, but something I like a lot more about Yote was the side characters' quest lines are related to your weapon usually. So it's much more integrated in like leveling up your combat and like messing with the combat, which was fun. A lot of the side stories, and some of them are like 9-part side stories for Tsushima, was just go here, talk to this one, fight people, go here, talk, fight. Which I get it, bro. Like, that's the gameplay loop, and like the fighting's obviously good and everything. The world's beautiful, but I just wish they were a little shorter. Maybe some of the side stuff, just because it did feel like there was just a lot of stuff that you were doing over and over again. But it's still, nonetheless, phenomenal game. Had a great time with it. Smooth platinum, no missables. And yeah, it was a good time. Next up is AC Mirage. Now, similar to where did I put Shadows? B tier, and I put Odyssey A tier, I guess. Like, Mirage was fun. Mirage was again, a little side note, I'm really excited for the new DLC they're coming out with. I think it's a free DLC where they're adding a manual jump and some different parkour things, because I think this game was a real good it was a really good like going back to their roots game. It's a lot tighter of a game. The map is designed much more similar to those classic AC games, so I think that let the parkour shine a bit more. Even if it isn't as good as the old parkour system, I think it got the closest it's been, obviously closer than all the RPG games. So that was fun to just have like a much more classic feeling Assassin's Creed game. And because it was a smaller game, it was platinum wasn't really a problem because there wasn't like a million collectibles and like a million different things you had to get. It's a lot tighter, so it was it's always just fun when it's manageable. You know, it's like you can knock it out in like under 40 hours. You know, it's smooth. But yeah, that was a good time. That was a fun platinum. It was a fun story. Cool kind of return to your roots AC, like more stealth focused style of game, even though I do like the RPG versions they do now. But that was a good one. So I'll put that, I guess I put that in where I have Shadows, because it was like a similar vibe to Shadows. I liked it more than Shadows because it wasn't as many like collectibles that were kind of annoying to get. But we'll put it there. Next up is, okay. Yeah, I love Sekiro. Sekiro is my favorite combat system in any game ever. I absolutely adore there's so much I can say about Sekiro. It's literally one of my favorite games. Like the fact that you're basically always on offense with like your deflects and everything, you're always building up their posture bar. It really just has a perfect balanced combat system. All the fights are fair. I say all the fights, bro. No one wants to fight the big ogre, bro, who's like drop kicking you and hitting you with like elbow drops, bro. Okay, no one wants to fight that guy. But besides that, all of the actual like sword fight like main bosses are very, very good. Genichiro and Ishin, probably my two favorite bosses in any game ever. I'm just a big sword guy in general, so Sekiro just absolutely masters like the back and forth of a sword fight, of how it's essentially a rhythm game of just like da da da. Like you get to like just understand the pattern of the boss and just get so good at them that it's such a flow state type of game of just going back and forth in the sword fights. I think it's fast because similar to the other, or unlike the other Souls games, obviously it's a lot different. It's not like an art, like you're not like creating a character or anything. There's only one weapon, but because it has that focused, I think that's why the combat system is so good, because it's perfectly designed around the singular way that you can fight in a fight. I've also helped friends get the platinum for this and everything. I think it's an easy enough platinum to get. Is there there's only like a couple missables, but it's like okay, you can get all the trophies except for one in one playthrough if you do like reloading of your saves, but the grind to get the max SP can be a little tedious if you're going for the platinum, like you're just going for the platinum. For me, I just kept on going to New Game Plus and just playing the game over and over again because I enjoy it so much. But the grind for the XP that you need to get all of the skills is pretty scuffed. That being said, it's one of my favorite games ever. I absolutely love the combat, love the world. There's an anime coming out for it. I've only watched one anime ever, and it was Edge Runners because of Cyberpunk, which was I enjoyed. But I might have to check out. It might be my second anime I ever watch. You know, I'm a big Sekiro guy, and I think it'd be cool to see that story adapted into like a show or whatever. Yeah, that game is beautiful. I gotta make like a whole like 8-hour video essay on just why I think Sekiro is like the most beautiful, like balance. Like it's just such a fun game, and it's even a game that I've had friends play, similar to Elden Ring. I've had friends play Sekiro and Elden Ring who like don't normally play those types of games whatsoever. Like, let alone Souls likes. Like these guys don't even play single player games. A lot of my friends just, you know, they like to shoot. They like their CODs, like Apex, Fortnite, or whatever like that. Like 2K, like, you know, respect. Like it's just like whatever you like. But they even enjoy these games because they found out like the rewarding combat system. It's easy enough to get into. And then I actually have one friend who I'm share playing with right now on Sekiro, where he tried out and you're kind of like encouraging them as you go because it's like super different, super hard. You're gonna die a bunch, but as you get into it and once you like get a grasp of the combat system, he's fighting Genichiro now, and he just he loves it because it's like it feels so fair and everything feels like it's like your fault that you just want to get better. Like every time you go to the fight, it's like, okay, this is like a little practice run. Let me see what I can do. Let me see how I can improve. And that's a good way to look at all bosses in general. But it's so fun to have what feels like a fair fight to just get improved at and just engage. It's fair but difficult, and I think that's the best bosses are. It seems like it's like, okay, I just have to dodge and attack, but just getting those patterns down, getting that pattern recognition of understanding the boss's moveset, what makes it really interesting. And dude, like I said, I love swords, bro. Sword fights, it doesn't get better than Sekiro, so that's my second favorite. I just think I mean, I guess it's below Red Dead because a lot of people have the Sekiro plat, very, very, very few people have the Red Dead plat. So we'll put it top 3. Next up is Rocket League. Okay, Rocket League's a good time, bro. Rocket League's a fun game. I don't think it does anything bad. I have friends with like billions of hours on Rocket League. I have one friend, believe it or not, I have one friend who was top 200 in the world. But this was like early. He has screenshots and everything. This was early on, like very shortly after the game was released on PlayStation Plus or whatever, like when it debuted. But I mean, Rocket League's a free plat, you know. It's just like you just play single player a little bit, you just do some stuff. But I'll put a B tier. It's a really fun game. I really enjoy Rocket League. It's a good time. Obviously, me being more of a story guy, you know, loses points for that or whatever. But it's a good time for sure. Okay, next up is Bloodborne. Again, dude, I'm a big fan of these Souls games. I've helped friends get the platinum for Bloodborne. I became very well versed in understanding the Chalice dungeons. There's some really good YouTube videos out there that like break it down. But because I'm thinking Chalice dungeons, like those trophies are like the worst ones. Like you have to beat the final Chalice dungeon, but there's some skips around it. You can like do certain Chalice dungeons in order to like break the sequence, so you don't actually have to fight and like go through every single dungeon, which takes forever, and they're kind of trash because they all like look the same basically. I'm not a big Chalice dungeon guy, but as far as the main game goes, I mean, you guys know, bro, like the world's phenomenal. Like the lore's insane. Probably has the best atmosphere out of just any game on the entire list. Like it is such a vibe playing Bloodborne, and again, a remaster would go crazy. I know. I don't know if anyone has heard before, but you know, remaster would be fun. You know, like it's just like a Bloodborne remaster would go hard. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun platinum. I don't think there's any missable trophies if you just do like the quick little cloud save to like do multiple trophies in the one run, and it's not bad at all. I don't like the game as much, like compared to Sekiro, dude. I think the bosses are trash, to be honest. Like, I think there's like the only boss I actually like fighting in Bloodborne is Gehrman. No, it's Gehrman and oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm blanking on the guys' names. The first Gascoigne. The first hunter you fight in like the end of the starting area, and then like the other fight, like the final fight or whatever. I think those are fun. But I'm not a big fan of just swinging on the boss's leg for 10 hours. I like it when the boss like reacts to you, and it's a lot more like engaging and stuff like that. Obviously Elden Ring is again, you're slapping at boss's legs sometimes, but I feel like a lot of the bosses are more engaging, like when you're fighting like Margit or something. Because he's smaller, it's better. I don't like it when a boss is big, or like they just don't really move around much, and occasionally they'll just like slap their foot on the ground or something like that. I think it's a little scuffed. But the game is very fast though, which makes that more interesting because it's a lot more back and forth. It's not just like big wind up slam. It's engaging. The pistol's super fun, and it's a good time. It's a fun platinum to get. You get the platinum and you're like, oh, platinum Bloodborne, you know, like it's a bit of a flex. Like it's cool because it is a hard game, obviously. So put down the S tier, and then Jedi Fallen. Didn't I already do this one? Okay, I will put this one behind Survivor because it's a similar vibe. Actually, you know what, bro? That platinum is scuffed. It is not fun to backtrack in that game because there's no fast traveling, something they fixed in Survivor. It is so like annoying to just get lost. Did I not rate this one already, bro? I feel like I did talk about it. Yeah, it's right here, bro. I guess the PS5 version's better because it loads faster. You know what? I put it below it because I think that was a free plat as well. I think it just auto popped when I when I just upgraded the game, I think it just automatically got the PS5 platinum for it. So yeah, I talked about it. You know how it is. Next up, I guess you do Cyberpunk. It's like I could redo this list, ranking my favorite games, and Cyberpunk would probably be number one. I love Cyberpunk's probably my favorite game ever. It's just the combat, like the sword combat and like the dismemberment is crazy. So I'm not like some like weird guys like, oh, dismemberment and blood, but like when your sword actually feels like a sharp sword. So when you hit someone's arm, arm gone, hit someone's other arm gone. I think that is so like satisfying. Like it makes your sword actually feel like a sword, and you can it's the sword, you can like block bullets and stuff. And because it's like you're in this open world, also Night City, probably my favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite open world. I think it's insane how detailed that is. I mean, GTA 5 is obviously really good, but this is, being a much newer game, is insane. It's so compact. I love the futuristic theme. I love the whole cyberware system, how you can make all the different builds and everything, and like, bro, you feel so swaggy in that game. Like you could just walk up, freeze time, throwing knife someone, you know, like unfreeze time, throwing a knife hits them, pull out your sword, block a bullet, pull out a gun, shoot someone else. Like it is so clean, the combat. You can drive around. I love the story. I love the characters. It's I'll probably say it's probably my favorite game ever. And the platinum's cool too. No problems with the platinum. They actually made it easier because the 2.0 update is literally just Cyberpunk 2. Like it just completely changed the game. So prior to that, you had to have certain stat requirements in order to equip certain cyberware, and one of the trophies you needed required you to equip like the second heart cyberware or something like that. And before the 2.0 update, if you didn't have the right stats to equip it, you just couldn't equip it, and you'd have to replay the game because you couldn't, like, I don't think you could reset your abilities or anything. But anyways, now the cyberware has no stat requirements. You can wear whatever you want whenever you want. Makes the platinum super easy. There is one missable trophy, kind of gets tied to an end, and you have to do a certain thing in the game in order to have that ending accessible. And I didn't do that my first run, which is a little annoying because, again, it's a big game like this, bro. You should not have missables. It's just too much. Like, it's too tedious. Like, even like, look at Silksong. Like, Silksong did have, like, I guess a missable. Yeah, it did have one missable, but I think just one. Obviously not counting the speedrunner trophies. But again, a game as big as that with tons of secrets and everything, you can still do everything in one playthrough. It allows you to beat the game and then go back and still explore everything. You're not cut out of anything, as far as I know. But the fact that it has that one thing is a little annoying if you're going for the platinum. But besides that, dude, I love that game so much. I think the world's fantastic. I think the combat's super fun. The RPG mechanics of just feeling like some cool merc going around, pulling up to the different areas and everything. Just taking them out with your gun or weapon. It's got a fun progression. Phantom Liberty is peak DLC. I love the story so much. Again, probably my favorite game ever. But as far as this platinum list, not really a big flex to have the Cyberpunk platinum. It's not the hardest thing in the world, so I guess it puts it down a few points or whatever. But yeah, well, it's phenomenal. I love Cyberpunk. Next up is GTA 5. Okay, so GTA 5 is obviously, like, everyone in the entire world has played GTA 5. The platinum's a problem. Like, I mean, you have to get many gold medals. Same with Red Dead. You have to do everything. You have to 100% GTA 5. One of the trophies, you have to, like, join a cult and walk around for literally 10, I think it's 10 minutes in real life. Like, literally just hold forward in 10 minutes. What are they doing, bro? What kind of trophy is that? Why do you have to walk in a circle for 10 minutes straight? Why? Like, it's just like, it's so like, so that's what I mean. So it's a flex because, dude, my criteria is chalked. It's trash to go for the platinum, but it is such a flex to have it. And obviously the game's phenomenal. I think, like, so many people play GTA Online, you almost forget how good the story is. The story's so good. It has such a good single player. And when you go to the single player, I have a ton of hours in the online. I must have 100 mil in online, all legit, no mods, just grinding it throughout the years. When you go back to the single player, you realize how detailed the game actually is. Like, there are so many random encounters, so many more NPCs and cars on the road. That game's insane for how old it is. And, like, obviously it's had so many different versions throughout the years. Like the PS5 version, like, makes it look like pretty good and everything. But yeah, that's a big flex. That's a hard plat. Obviously, no one has that plat. But so it obviously has 0.1% plat, I think, because everyone has the game, but no one's going for that plat. So I think it's a big flex. It takes a lot of time. It's a fantastic game, of course. So yeah, if this list is basically like I'm ranking my platinums, that's probably the top 3 platinums right there. Let me do the last few games here. Days Gone Remastered, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good time. I would love a Days Gone 2 because I would love a Days Gone 2 because I think the story was good. I just thought the story was too spread out. Like, I think there's too many main missions that are the exact same way as side missions. Like you'll do like a little hunt where you go to area and clear a camp out, and that will literally just be a main mission, and they're indistinguishable. Like there's no like big moments or anything in some of them. They're literally the same thing. And then I think some areas drag out a little bit, but that all being said, I like Deacon. I like the characters. I thought they're all fun. It's a cool platinum because it's a PlayStation first party game, so it's designed with the platinum in mind. It's not too bad at all. So I even did more than the platinum too. Like I fully 100% it just because I really got into the game. It took me a few tries to get into the game. Actually, I played it twice on PS4. Played for like 4 hours and then just dropped it twice. And then on PS5, my friend helped me get committed. Like he loved it, so I was like, all right, bro, I'll see it through. I'll see it through. So I played the PS5 remaster and got through the game, platinumed it, quite enjoyed it. And again, with just like a Days Gone 2, because I think it has I think the first one like could have done better in certain areas, but I think if they tighten the game up and everything, it could be really good. It's a fun like open world Last of Us kind of vibe, you know. It's a cool characters, motorcycle and everything. It's a good time. So we'll throw in the B area. Like not really a flex to have the platinum or anything. Cool game. Okay, last 3 is Cold War. We're having a Cold War, dude. Cold War Plat's low-key a flex, bro. Like, no one has the Cold War Platinum, and I wouldn't either. Because there was one of the trophies you need for the also the only COD I've ever platinumed. I actually did platinum Black Ops 6, but because it's now like built into the COD launcher, there's not actually a platinum trophy. It's just like listed under the COD trophies, which is a little unfortunate. I would have liked to have a platinum for Black Ops 6. I did do everything for that. It was a fun game. It was cool going for it, but yeah, Cold War's fire. Cold War and Black Ops 6 are probably my 2 favorite CODs because previously my favorite COD was Black Ops 2, and then Cold War was basically just an updated Black Ops 2 but set in the past, like set in Cold War. And then Black Ops 6 was just Cold War with better movement, with the Omni movement. So, and I like the zombies a little bit more. I like the zombies in Cold War a lot, and I liked a little bit more in Black Ops 6. I thought it like had better maps and like it enhanced on like the new gen zombies experience. Yeah, so yeah, great game, fantastic story, probably my favorite campaign. I thought it was really good. It looks insane too. I think it graphically actually looks better than the Black Ops 6 campaign because they went on like a new engine for that. So I just make sure I was recording. So yeah, it was a fun game. It was fun. I enjoyed the zombies, I enjoyed the multiplayer, and I enjoyed the campaign. And oh yeah, so I was saying, yeah, I wouldn't, the Dead Ops is the reason that I would have not had the platinum if it weren't for some random guy who was the best Dead Ops player of all time. So one of the trophies you had to like beat Dead Ops Arcade or whatever. And I was just playing with my friend, and we just happened to run into a guy who is literally the best Dead Ops Arcade player of all time. And he just carried us through the entire thing. I died a million times, and he knew exactly where to go. He knew all the secrets. He knew everything. And he just walked us through it, and he was the absolute GOAT. So shout out to that guy. The Cold War does have, I remember getting annoyed on some of the multiplayer trophies. I don't know why. Some of them were just a little tedious. I think you have to like I think you have to just destroy vehicles in multiplayer with like a launcher or something like that. Like it was like vehicles in like the boats that people would ride on like that one map, like actual vehicles people are driving, not score streaks. So that was scuffed. But it was a fun game. It's a bit of a flex, I guess. You have to do a few different challenges like that. It's nothing crazy actually, but it's a fun story. I did really enjoy the game. The enjoyment of the game carries a lot for me. I'm a big fan of it. Dude, this list is cooked, bro. Oh my goodness. Like, why is Arkham Asylum? well, I'll do a review, bro. I'll review it. Like, all right, last two games here. Origins, again. I liked Origins was actually a little tedious. I'll be honest. Because I'm kind of including. I did everything, so all the DLCs and stuff too. There is a lot of side stuff. A disgusting amount of side stuff, to be honest. Like, where did I put Valhalla? Like, is Valhalla, like, yeah, not as bad as Valhalla, but I actually had less variety in Valhalla, to be honest. I did enjoy it though. It's a fun story. It's cool enough. I wasn't actually crazy about Origins. I know a lot of people like put Origins like their favorite of the RPG games. For me, it's probably my least favorite actually. I still really liked it. Obviously, I like all the games on this list, but yeah, just I remember that Platinum was tedious and the game was cool. The game was cool though, and again, not really a flex to have the Origins play. I guess it's cool, but lastly is Lego. I'm sorry for blowing the mic there. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So it was there's a lot. So okay, story, like just main story, you just go through and like do all the movies or whatever. Super fun. And obviously it's our first like big PS5 Lego game. So that was super cool. But dude, that Platinum is trash. Like, you have to do so much stuff. There is so much content on every single planet that it took forever. It probably took me 250 hours to get that plot. Like, I don't know, like, can I maybe just like, I don't know if I could, it'll take me forever to find, but okay, give me a second, let me find it. It took so long to get that Platinum. I wonder if I can just filter my if I just go to my games and just filter it by most played, it's got to be up there somewhere. I mean, maybe not up there, but let me see. 232 hours. Right? It took me forever to Platinum that. I mean, I had to take a break from it, obviously. So like, I love the game. I think the combat's super fun. I think like it walks through the movie so well. You could watch the movies and then play the game, and it's like you're literally missing nothing. Like, it actually hits all the story beats so well. I think it's super good. I love the game. No one's flexing the Platinum for it because it's just a grind. It just means you have too much time on your hands, to be honest. Like, it's just like that. It's cute, bro. There's a lot of like fun, cute dialogue with like the different characters and the different little side missions with like various references. Like, you'll come across a youngling and the youngling will be like, oh, I love it here. I sure hope nothing bad happens. And you're just like standing there as Anakin. And she's like, but it's fun though. It was cool. It's just crazy grind. So that's everything. That is everything. I think I'm going to, okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna stop recording here. I'm just gonna kind of go through it. Again, my criteria is how much I like the game, how much of a flex it is, like how impressive I think it is to have the plat, and how enjoyable the plat was. All those three things together kind of determine where I have this list. And again, I don't want to make it so like numerical, like literally just do ratings 1 to 10 on all three, divide by 3, and that's my score for it. I don't want to make it that exact. I want to have just kind of like my vibe around it as well, like my personal feelings towards it. But yeah, let me see. Let me stop recording. I'm just gonna go through and just see if I'm following that criteria. All right, so made a few little changes. Primarily went Minecraft PS5 went down from S to A. Astro's Playroom went down S to A. Yotai went from S to A. Sifu went A to S. Horizon Zero Dawn PS4 went A to B. Hitman B to A. Arkham Asylum C to B. Helldiver C to B. Lego Force Awakens C to D. Star Wars Battlefront 2 D to C. And We Were Her Expeditions of Friendship D to C. Basically, the way I looked at it all is I'm honestly just thinking about like how I felt when I played the game doing the Platinum. Like, I talked about the 3 criteria and stuff, but I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, obviously if I was in like a, you know, like a TikTok live stream or something like that, I'm sure I could like be persuaded to go different ways or like have like a conversation about why is this here versus why is this there. But all in all, pretty happy with the Platinum tier list. So like, for example, like a game like this, like it was like Expeditions Friendship, it was a lot of fun and everything. It's just because the game wasn't that long. It was a fun game. It wasn't like the craziest game I ever played, and the platinum was like, it's not very impressive. It wasn't like hard to get. And like Battlefront 2, love Battlefront 2, big fan of the game, but like the platinum was basically it was like so non-existent. Like it's like you just do a few things here and there and it drops down. So that drops its score of like platinum, like how fun it was get, and the flex of the platinum drops both those down. So that's why it's in C, despite the fact that it's a pretty high. Like, I really enjoy the game. But yeah, I mean, have a look. Pretty good stuff. If you actually made it to the end of this video, that's crazy. You're probably like one of my couple friends who I said, yo man, watch the video, bro, so I can get promoted or something like that. But like, if you're not one of those few people, really appreciate you watching. This was really cool to do, just to see all the platinums and everything. And yeah, I will catch you next time.